Hey everybody, boys and girls, hope you're all having an awesome day. We just pulled this character in my last video, and I've had at least 10 minutes to really look over her and kind of figure out what type of character she is. So I figure I would do, I figure I would do a quick sneak peek. Now, of course, this is all opinionated so far based off of the limited information I have off of her. Okay, so this stuff can change, but I think she's a very interesting Lancer character because if you really look at her talent and the way that it works, this is a Lancer character that's going to be attacking. And off of her attacking, it's like her talent procs in with some tanking abilities. Maiden of Light takes physical damage for nearby friendly unit. Okay, so it starts off as an ordinary tank ability. Grants the following effects after your active attacks deal damage. Okay, so that means unlike most Lancers, her talent procs after she does damage. And most Lancers aren't really worried about attacking and doing damage. They're more worried about, tanking for other people. So to use this character effectively, you will actually be attacking with her instead of just using guard and making sure that you're in the right position. Okay. After your active attacks deal damage, increase attack and defense by 5%. Increase guard range by 2 blocks. Guys, that means as long as you attack with her, you have a 2-block guard range. Lasts for 2 rounds, which means that every 2 turns, she needs to just do some sort of attack for her talent to proc, and that way she can block for people that are 2 blocks away. Okay? Increase the Okay, and then also she increases the damage of one ally within 1 block by 10% for 2 rounds, and that's for 2 rounds. That's awesome. That is so fucking nice for them to put that in at the very end. They could have just taken that last sentence completely out, and she'd still have a killer ability, because off of attacks, it procs her tank ability and increases her guard range to 2, which means that now we don't really have to take any guard abilities for her skills. Her skills can all be attack abilities, AoE abilities, abilities that damage people that actually get this ability, her talent, to proc. And she has quite a bit of those, boys and girls. She has a lot of different attacks. AoE attacks, armor piercing attacks that decrease your defense for a couple of turns. I have to say, this girl right here, she is the Landius killer. Alright, and I've heard people say that, Landius is not that good against a Spearman Elwyn. And it makes sense, okay? But this girl is just, she's gonna obliterate, completely destroy, Landius. Sorry. Almost said Lanford for some reason. No, she's going to completely destroy Landius. And Lanford, for that matter. Knights, cavalry are dead scared of this girl. Is she scared of infantry, but cavalry are dead scared of her. Okay? So, very interesting build, because when you're playing Lancers, you're not usually playing offensively. Well, with this girl, you literally have to play offensively for her tank abilities to proc. So that's very interesting. And then let's look at her soldiers, okay? 2 things stood out to me here. Obviously, number 1, Berserkers. Bam. She's going to have Berserkers for when she's fighting other Lancers. That's a great start right there. I don't see these guys getting fielded that much. Okay, it's kind of situational, but when that situation does arise, she's got a hell of a fucking troop choice for that. And of course she has the Zealots, in case you're fighting undead. She came prepared with that, okay. Holy chick with a bow staff, of course she's going to have some Zealots. Heavy Centurion, Lancers, whatever, really don't care about those all that much until we get down to Lance Phalanxes are good for actual tanking because they have damage reduction, okay? But I don't think this is the primary Lancer unit that this girl will be fielding. We have finally found the perfect hero to run around with Amazon champions. And I love the Amazon champions. I use them a lot on my Ledin. Amazon champions, when attacking, attack increases by 12% and 35% chance to reduce the enemy's defense by 20%. Last one turn. This is right up this girl's alley. This is what she's doing. All right. She is like made to run Amazon champions because their ability is when attacking. No other Lancers do that. They don't have an ability that procs when they're attacking. They typically have abilities that proc when they're taking damage or when they're blocking for somebody else, which is what a Lancer's purpose in this game is. This girl literally takes that and twists it around. So now she's going to be a feasible attacker unit. This is really cool, really exciting stuff for this game. And Amazon champions, oh man, when you see this girl with Amazon champions, woof, Leon better fucking run. Alright? So, you can use Lance Felix's if you're really gonna be tanking some shit and you need that damage reduction. I completely understand. But for the most part, you're gonna be wanting to run around with Amazon champions. So that they can get that attack increase because she's going to be doing damage and she's going to be attacking people. So this is just a perfect fit for her. Alright, let's look at her info. Her S stat is her hit points. And then of course attack is A and defense is A. So she needs a high attack, she needs a high defense. It's saying that S is her hit points. So she really needs a lot of hit points. I can kind of see why they did that because it seems like the longer she's in the fight, the longer she gets to throw around these abilities that benefit everybody else. And then we have to start looking at her class. So I have not chosen which path to go down yet. I'm gonna need some time to really think about this. You can go down to the Sakura Supreme, and she's going to get, of course, the Armor Piercer and the Heavy Shield. And this is where you're going to get your Lance Felixes and your Zealots, okay? Or you can go down to Wave Crasher, and that's where you get your heavy infantry that you're probably not going to use because you can use Berserkers. I don't know. And she is more of an attack-oriented unit. And then we have, of course, the Amazon champions. So, it's hard. It's hard to figure out which way to go with her. I might have to go the way of the Wave Crasher first, just because I'm excited about this Phoenix Wave ability. And also this Skiing Staff. All of this looks awesome, and it automatically grants her Steel Titan. On top of, obviously her talent's going to be kicking in. So she's going to have a guard range up. And she's going to have a tank ability up. So these things, that add Steel Titan in at the very end, that's going to help her. And now you don't have to bring Steel Titan. And it doesn't cost you one of your skill points. Okay? So you can run Skiing Staff. And you can run Phoenix Wave. Alright? And you can have this AoE attack, you can have this AoE attack, okay, because we're taking up 4 skill points, alright? With that 5th skill point, you can either run Detect and increase your crit and all that stuff, but this girl's crit stat is really low anyway, and it doesn't really, I'm not anticipating getting too many critical hits off of her, but this is still nice. 50% chance to disable enemy's passive skill and all that. Okay, or instead of running Detect for your 5th skill point. Let's see. I believe this one, Cheer costs 2, which is really, really important. Okay, and all of these cost 2. Armor Piercer, Heavy Shield, and of course, Cheer. They all cost 2. But what's really cool about her is the ability that she starts with costs 1. Whirlwind Staff. This is going to be this girl's fucking bread and butter. Because of the simple fact that this only costs 1 skill point. This is a 2 skill point worthy skill. Physical damage times 0.03 AoE. Damage to all enemies within 1 block, and it gives you Steel Titan for 2 turns. So why bother bringing Steel Titan? You're going to get it off of this anyway. So, I mean, as soon as I can, I'm going to get rid of Steel Titan and put in some more AoE attacks. But really, look at this, man. Steel Titan, not Steel Titan, but Whirlwind Staff, 1 skill point, AoE damage, cooldown is 2 rounds, spam 1 block, range self, type physical damage, 2 turn cooldown, boys and girls. 2 turn cooldown. That's fucking awesome. Alright, I mean, this is like, as far as usability goes, like, this is up there with Javelin. Javelin costs 2 skill points, alright? This is 1 skill point, and you can still load her up with 4 skill points worth of AoE crazy madness. You can pick another AoE to go in here, and you can pick Cheer. Cheer by itself just looks absolutely fucking crazy. I have to figure out what the limitations of that are. Do they, I mean, is that treated as like a command ability? There's so many questions I have about this Cheer ability that she has, and exactly like how useful it is, what we can do with it, what it stacks with. It's unlike anything I've ever seen in this game so far. Let's look at it real quick. Cheer. Okay. Active skill. Increases multiple units, attack, intelligence, defense, and magic defense and skill by 10.66%. I don't know what the deal is with the 0.66, but lasts for 6 turns. That's crazy. So, range self, spam 6 blocks. So everybody within 6 blocks, you are going to get this, and it's got a 6 turn cooldown. This just looks gnarly to me. We don't have anything else like this. It's its own thing. It's kind of like a mini fusion power on its own. So that's really, really, really cool. I mean, for Guild Wars, I can already see taking a bunch of characters that have nothing to do with each other as far as like faction powers go, and using Cheer. And even though none of them like have a faction that they can use and get buffs off of, you can still use Cheer as like a mini faction for any little group of misfits that you want. So that makes her pretty cool as a standalone unit by herself, just because of this Cheer ability. So I can't wait to see what this cute little spunky brunette can do. I guess she's like our little Tifa, her and her bow staff. And she's got grip tape on the bow staff, boys and girls, so watch out, okay? She uses this damn thing. So this is where we're at with her. I haven't even began to equip her. In fact, the funny thing is, this is what it wanted to put on her as default, my Arcane Battle Grab, which I don't think does anything for her at all, because it's going to use magic defense and shit like that. But this is what the AI wanted to put on her, and oddly enough, it's all magic defense shit. So I don't know what the AI is thinking here, because clearly her magic defense is a C stat. So I don't know. I'm going to actually pick out the gear that I want to put on her. I'm going to concentrate on hit points and probably attack. She seems like she's primarily an attacker, which is really cool for the Lancer classes. So this is exciting because this is the most unique Lancer that we have gotten so far. I will make that statement and I will stand by it. I'm not going to sit here and pretend to talk about her performance and everything, because I mean, I got her to level 50. I haven't even chosen a class for her yet. But I wanted to give you guys a heads up of what this unit looks like, because just based off of some of these skills that she has alone that can supplement everybody, I'm going to have to go ahead and say she's worth pulling for. Whether or not you get her faction buffer or not, she is worth pulling on. So that's my personal opinion about Estelle here. Okay, I don't even have the other character to look at yet. I might not even get him, who knows, but she's worth it alone. She's worth it to pull. All right, so if you guys are kind of saving your resources trying to see what's out there and how these characters look, I can tell you right now, this chick is looking pretty good, and she looks like she's gonna have a lot of fun gameplay mechanics to go along with her, and she's going to be able to do a bunch of nifty stuff. Even if she doesn't fit into any of the fusion groups that you have, which really, I mean, she can go with Legion of Glory, you know, or if you really are just starting out, these guys are protagonists. So, well, she's a protagonist. She is a protagonist. I don't see her little buddy, whatever his name is. Here he is, Joshua. I don't see Joshua in the Legion of Glory. Am I missing him? No. So it looks like Joshua is really the standalone, unless he's in some other fusion groups that she's not. But the only one that I see her sharing with Joshua is this Heroes of Time thing. Now, I'm curious to see what the fusion power for Heroes of Time is. If we get lucky and we manage to pull this guy, maybe we'll find out. We know that we can unlock Chloe, whatever this chick's name is, we can unlock her through gameplay. I am happy I pulled Estelle. And guys, she's out there. Go get her, because you can run her in these other factions. Alright? So I could see her fitting in very, very well with Origins of Light or Legion of Glory, just based off of the abilities that she already has. I think she is a good, solid, viable character to pull, even if you don't pull her specific new fusion buffer. Okay? And that's just what she's looking like already. I can't wait to actually invest into her a little bit, and I'll get some gameplay going and all that stuff. But I just kind of wanted to give you guys my opinion of her real quick. She is definitely worth it. Definitely. So, if you can, try to pull her. That's the best advice I can give you, because it's looking like she brings a lot. Alright? And I can honestly say this before I even run her, just because I'm looking at the plethora of abilities that she has and the different mechanics that they have in them. So, she's got my 2 thumbs up, a third one too. So, guys, if you can, go try to pull this chick. And everybody remember, today, we all get 5 summon tickets if we go into the info tab. You have to go into the info tab, and there will be a couple red dots. You click on those tabs and go to the very bottom and hit claim prize. Alright, they're not just going to be in your mailbox. You actually have to work for these tickets and stuff. You have to go into info, and you have to read over the new tabs that they put in. At the very bottom of the paragraph, it'll say claim your reward. Don't miss out on that, boys and girls. That might only be up for today. So if they wanted to, they could have just sent us those tickets in the mailbox, but they're making us actually fish for them. So, guys, go get your tickets. I hope you pull Estelle. Actually, I hope you pull Estelle too, because she's badass. But I hope you guys can get some of these limited characters, and go get your pulls on, boys and girls. Have a good day. Peace.